Okay, sorry about that. So we're going to play a C diatonic or pentatonic long C pattern, or we can play a short. But the short diatonic A, we can play the short diatonic A is the root shape, right? It goes root 4 5 here, or D cross E pentatonic. So let's just do a D cross E pentatonics by themselves, not putting them into a little groove thing, right? So the D shape pentatonic would be the D shape F, and the E. Well, these are just the chords first, and the E shape the E shape G. So that where's our little E shape G right here. So it's that was a D that I played before. This sounded nice, but this is the so this is the D pentatonic, D shaped pentatonic, and the E shaped pentatonic fifth. All right, so from the C, we go to the F. All right, so let's look at that C again. C S4L. The S4L starting on the 3 there. Okay, so obviously, you know, if by tonight I'm going to be playing this thing like a song, and you won't be. It'll sound great, but you won't be able to tell what I'm doing. Now, one thing to remember about the C, I've demonstrated it, but kind of in a non-coherent way. You know, not connected well. But it's worthy of mention to say that I just did the long pattern for the C just for the heck of it. We don't have to use the long pattern on the fret nut. See this big long fret nut? Because this is essentially 2 fretboards here, as you can see some notes up here. So I just put the same fret nut down here because everything's lined up in vertical columns. Now let's move up to the E box. So that's moving pretty far up in my guitar. So let's go over to the A box here. Now we're going to look at the A box by itself, not as the next shape up from C, but we're looking at the A box by itself. So in the key, here's your E. Here's my G shape, E shaped G. Okay, the A shaped C. This is the A box here. So our 5 is here. If we're going to play let's say that this is your, now this is important. I want to show you this. I got to show you this stuff. So we've got our A shaped C there, right? Over here, is it in this chart? Yes. Similar to the A shaped C is similar to the A shaped C is the A shape at the fret nut. Now, this is actually the key of A. So we've got the keys of cage. I don't have my capo, but the keys of cage are C, A, okay, G. That's key of G. All right. Then E, key of E. Then the key of D. All right. The only one of those 5 keys of cage that you can play the diatonic is C. in the first box. If you try to play the key of A and C, you go, nah, can't get that note. Nah, can't get that note. No, you can't get that note. You can get that. Okay, so that's 3 notes you can't get in the key of A. The key of G, which is a big S5 G, is, nah, you can't get that note. Okay, so there's 1 note in the key of G you can't get. E, I'm going to do the S4L starting, okay? Actually, yeah, we're going to do an A shape on the bottom, and then we're going to go into an S2L, S2L there, then an S3L. All right, I got to check that E shape, that E short shape here. E short shape, ba-ba-ba-ba. We're going to do an S1E, like I said, then an S2C and an S3D. So it's S1E here, 7 root 2. Then we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root. Okay, and then S3D is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2. Wow, we can play that E in the short there? That doesn't seem right, because the E is usually, okay folks, we can't get the 7 root 2. We can't get the 7 at all. We have to start on root. So if your fret nut's here, you can't start that E on, you can't do that E shape. So you can't get the E shape, and you can't get any of those notes up there. It's like 4 notes you can't get. You can't do these guys. So you have to play a long pattern. So when we look at the long pattern, just trust me. So when we look at the long pattern, this is the key of E, the real deal E. This is R. This is the lowest note on your guitar. But in my guitar, it's right here, because I'm down to, okay? So this is the real deal key of E. And notice, just look at this. This is the E. These are the sunken ones, the ones I was telling you we couldn't play. My playing stinks, but I've been doing these charts, so we're going to be doing more talk about the charts, because, you know, the playing, it takes, it's like warming up, you know, you have to really be playing a lot. And there's always a different situation. I always want to play something that I'm not prepared to play. You know, I always want to go into uncharted territory kind of thing. Try something different, always trying something different. So here, this is the real deal E long pattern. Okay, so it's going to be, so we got the 2/3 of the S3XL, or an S3R, you know, S3XLR, and then we just start that E shape here with the S4E, ending what? 2, 3, 4. All right, hold on. Let's try that one more time. We've got, see, now we're in the key of E. It's harder for me to see these notes. The 6 of E is C sharp. So what I want to say is what I just played there in the key of E, the real deal key of E, okay, that is the same as what is the E-shaped C here. So it's the same pattern. It was the X3XL starting on the root, and then a full S4L.